Alright, very rarely do people bring out the altruistic side in them just like that. I want to introduce you to somebody beautiful who's doing something all the way in Bali. And your question would be, why is this so important to me? Well, here's the most important part. He's a Bangalore boy who needs your help this morning.
Hey. Good morning. Hey.
Alright, hi, what's up? My name is Q.
Good morning.
Welcome to the Radio 1 Studios.
Wakey, Bangalore. Hey, it's K. Take it easy, dinosaur. He's here to turn your blues away. Good morning. Hey.
The show's called Good Morning Bangalore.
Good morning.
94.3 Radio 1.
You're listening to Good Morning Bangalore. Good Morning Bangalore on 94.3 Radio 1.
All right, welcome to the show. You know, for a lot of, people who listen in every single day, I was missing in action sometime last year. And the reason was that I went to Bali. And I love that place. I fell in love with that place. But one guy from Bangalore makes me very proud to say that. So I'm going to say again. From Bangalore, who's doing something beautiful all the way in Bali. Always, I love when fitness is attached to a cause, right? Meet Aslam TP, who is the founder of a little thing called Your Fit Trip. And you can look them up online. They're very easily Googleable. Your Fit Trip in Bali. He basically was a Bangalore boy, decided to give all of that up, head on over to Bali. He not only organizes these wonderful, kind of trips for people who come to Bali, which are completely offbeat, where you get to see the non-touristy side of things, but also he's an avid fitness guy. So he's like heavily into, working out. He's heavily into doing multiple things to ensure fitness and things like that. But the most wonderful thing about him is now he's doing it for a cause. Alright, there's this thing called the Bali Ultra, which you can look up, and he's actually running to raise funds for the Bali Children Foundation. If you've always been the type who wants to give back and you don't know where to start, you don't know where in the world to find a cause worth backing, trust me when I say this is a cause definitely worth backing. So we'll come back on the other side. I'm going to get Aslam on the phone lines with me all the way from Bali, and we'll have a chat with him super soon. So hang tight, it's Radio 1. I'll be right back in just a bit. Stay tuned. Alright, welcome back. Joining me all the way this morning from Bali is the one and only Aslam TP, founder of Your Fit Trip. Good morning, brother. How are you?
Good morning. It's good afternoon here. Okay, and thank you so much for having me.
K Spotlight. This is Good Morning Bangalore with K.
Yeah. 94.3.
Just to give everybody a little bit of an introduction to you, you set up Your Fit Trip in Bali. You've been doing this for a while. You're a guy who's heavily into fitness, and you thought that why not I put my fitness into raising some money for people in need. And that's where the Bali Children Foundation comes in. That's where, of course, the Bali Hope Ultra is. So talk to me about why you're doing this. Why do you feel so passionately about people giving back in a time of COVID-19, please?
Okay, I believe in one thing, that which is cause is life. I always says that cause is life. We need to do something good for give it back every time. And Bali has given me such beautiful abundance of happiness. And I believe that my life has changed ever since I moved to Bali, and something that I'm very passionate about, my fitness and my traveling, and I could combine it, and I could come up with a concept called Your Fit Trip, where I encourage people to take a fitness holiday or an active holiday, and understand your fitness level while you're on a holiday, in order to start your fitness journey. So during the the COVID, the most impacted industry is traveling.
And tourism and
heavily. Yes. So I've been looking at the options, what I could do, and I've been constantly focusing on my fitness. But from last year I've been looking at Bali Hope Ultra and in order to help them. And even Fit Trip has been looking at and associating with few of the foundations, few of the charities, where our clients' certain fee would be going towards these charities to help them. So my clients can spend some time with them and understand while they're traveling they can give back. So this is where I wanted to start. So I joined hand with Bali Hope Ultra and Bali Children Foundation, and I've decided to cycle around 350 kilometers around Bali, and in order to raise the funds. So
beautiful.
Yeah, this is where we are.
Great, man. And the thing is, I don't think you expected the response that you did. I mean, you were telling me you set out with just raising $2,500 US, and in 4 days you crossed that. You're currently on $3,000 odd and you want to hit 5,000. So for people listening to this who want to contribute, how can they do that?
If they come to my Instagram page or Your Fit Trip Instagram page, they could directly click on the link on the bio and then they can contribute on it. There are people contributing from everywhere. I have received contribution from Japan, New York, Australia. It was, I really felt this. How blessed am I? Just a cause that I started with a small amount of money that I put in, and 4 days across the globe, I got the help, and it is amazing. So they can just go to either my Instagram page or Your Fit Trip Instagram. Mine is Aslucha1, and Your Fit Trip with one T. Fit Trip doesn't have
two T's.
Two T's.
Yes. We'll talk about his journey of why in the world is he all the way in Bali, and I'm calling him a Bangalore boy. So we'll talk about that. We'll talk about where he's come from and why he feels so passionately about this. We'll be back super soon. More conversation on the other side with how fitness intertwines with giving back to people in need. Stay tuned. Hey, welcome back. It's Radio 1. I'm in conversation with Aslam TP, Bangalore boy who headed all the way to Bali. He set up a little business there called Your Fit Trip, which does cool, fun holidays, fit holidays for people who come to Bali. More than that, right now, he's in the process of raising money for the Bali Children Foundation.
K Spotlight. This is Good Morning Bangalore with K.
94.3.
And it's a pleasure to speak with you this morning, man. Thanks so much. I was telling everybody how I went to Bali last year. And actually, I think you already know this. I was almost, going into, kind of like a trip with you. And
yes.
I think you're aware of this already, yes?
Absolutely. And I was looking forward. I didn't have an idea because I got the information, or we couldn't really close it. It would have been great, but definitely.
So I think I owe you.
Yourself.
I think I owe you one explanation from that perspective. So this was my first time to Bali, and my parents had gone before me, my family had gone before me, and I missed that trip. Okay, so I was now I need to, kind of catch up on everything they've done to say that I've been on that family holiday together. And also, it was, a trip where I had to knock. They were like, okay, we've gone, so we've given you a list of things that you have to do. And I'm like, okay, listen, I'll go knock it off on this trip, but on my next trip, Aslam, I'm definitely going to see you, and we're going to do a, proper Your Fit trip kind of thing.
For sure, as I said, you yourself would know that once you come to Bali, then there's definitely a coming back.
Yeah, definitely.
So,
it's mesmerizing to say the least.
This time we will do it in a fit trip way.
I love it. And talk to me about how in the world you decided to pack up from Bangalore, go to Bali, set up shop there. You were an IT guy, or you worked in corporate or something like that, right? Tell me that.
Yeah, I used to work with Dell. I think almost a decade I was with Dell.
Right.
Indranagar, Ring Road.
Wow. Lot less traffic in Bali as compared to Indranagar.
No. Definitely no. I just one day I thought okay, you know what? Enough. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't know what I'm just gonna see where it takes me. But I don't want to be in the corporate world anymore.
Right.
I want to try and do something different for myself. So, and then I decided somebody who I met. I moved to Goa, in fact, and I was in Goa for some time.
Right.
Somebody who I met in Goa who said that your energy would suit Bali.
Okay.
I've decided to just take a 1 month holiday, and I ended up. It's almost 3 years now. So
I know once you go to Bali, there's no coming back, man. I know what you mean. It's such a beautiful place.
And then every day, as you know, that I love fitness and I love to be fit. And every day I would, I learned surfing and I was kayaking, and every day I could do something different, and then it's more fun way and more healthy way. That's when I thought that this is something that I can combine my two passions. So I did that, and I love traveling, I love fitness, and I thought
it all
this
came
is
together
the right
beautifully.
Way. Exactly, Alhamdulillah.
Yeah. So I'm going to ask you, Apa Khabar?
Apa khabar? Yeah. How are you doing?
Yes. Okay.
Khabar bhai.
So you're doing fantastically well, and he's raising money for the Bali Children Foundation. The Bali Hope Ultra is one of the most lovely and beautiful little marathons that happen over there, and it's a big fitness event that now is amalgamated to fundraising for beautiful charities. Now, if you want to contribute to this guy, and if you like, I know you're listening to him and you really feel his energy, and you want to really just, put out some love to his way, like just, help out people in need, especially in Bali. If you'd like to contribute to the Bali Children Foundation, head on over to Your Fit Trip on Instagram, Aslucha1 on Instagram. That's his handle. The links are in the bio for both of those Instagram handles, and you can contribute how much ever you want. I'm not going to say that, contribute 10,000, 20,000, 50,000. I'm not going to say that. Even if you want to contribute 5 rupees, any contribution is welcome. We'll come back, talk to him a little bit more about this entire thing that he's doing, how beautifully fitness and giving back comes together on a lovely little thing this morning with Aslam, who's joining me this morning all the way from Bali, a place I would kill to be right now. We'll be back super soon. Stay tuned. Welcome back, Aslam TP, who's the founder of Your Fit Trip. Bangalore boy, left Bangalore, headed to Bali, spellbound by Bali, never came back. But it's such a pleasure to speak with you this morning, man. I hope you're well.
Thank you so much. It's a really pleasure talking to you, Kay.
K Spotlight. This is Good Morning Bangalore with Kay.
94.3.
Decided to raise money for the Bali Children Foundation. We've been talking about it all through this hour. And what a lovely little thing to do. Talk to me about why you feel people listening to this should jump on board, number one. But also, we call ourselves an international station. But today it's really, honestly, international. I'm speaking to you when you're all the way in Bali. How can we help out people in need? How can we give back? And all, for a fantastic cause. Tell me.
I believe, and strongly, and I'm the example for myself, in fact, thinking about if you start understanding oneness and abundance. So once you start working on towards these two, what I'm doing is I'm just a trigger. I just triggered it saying that, okay, I'm going to put this money and just reaching out to my few friends and, everybody, bless all of them, help me. So that means it's not my work, it's everyone's work. So, it's slowly, like if you keep thinking that, like, okay, I don't have time, I don't know where to do that, a stranger on the road, if you could be kind enough to them and just check with them how they are doing, that's where you can start. And that's how I started, and that's how I think that, no matter where you are, I want to do this to India as well. I'm doing, as I mentioned earlier with you, I have Causes Life in India, like which I try and help people to connect with blood donors, receive it to a donor directly, so they don't need to run around in blood banks or hospitals. And it's been working wonders in last 5 years. Super. Right? So it's just that, it's within, and we all have it. We all have it. And it's just that, consciously we try, understand that all of us put together, we can really make some people who are underprivileged, we can make them happy. And that happiness comes back to you. And when you start realizing that the happiness is what we receive, is absolutely amazing. Okay?
Awesome.
And that's what I'm doing.
I think it's such a wonderful cause, honestly. And more than that, I think it comes straight from your heart. And if people feel that way, I'd really urge them to go and contribute. Your Fit Trip on Instagram, Aslucha1 on Instagram. The link is in the bio. You can hit it and contribute how much ever you like. But more than that, I think before we let you go, I think it's only customary to ask you to teach everybody a little bit of, the language in Bali. I know that before I say, I'm sure that once everybody contributes, you will be saying this one thing, which is terima kasih, which is thank you. Can you teach everybody how to say good morning, please?
Salamat pagi.
Salamat pagi. Oh yes, I've forgotten that. Geez, okay. Fantastic.
Salamat pagi. Yeah, salamat pagi. And it's very beautifully, the culture here is exactly like India. We immediately get connected with this land because, there's similar culture.
Yeah. I wish that everybody listening to this and listening to your voice this morning really goes the extra mile and contributes. Aslam, it's been so cool chatting with you. Wish you all the very best, and may you power through this. And I hope that everything turns out as you wish when it comes to this wonderful little thing that you're doing.
Thank you so much, and thank you so much for having me. And it's a beautiful thing that you did. And plus, like whoever's listening to, it doesn't matter how much, it doesn't matter where you are. We are just taking the first step towards helping kids. Whatever that you can, please contribute.
Fantastic.